Here we are again, guys. Part two of our No Excuses tour. We're at the famous Wawa. We're going in for a roasted chicken strip bowl. Now, you can get the chicken strips by itself or just a bowl. I'll show you guys. Come with me. Let's go, guys. Yeah, this is really good. This one's like, I'm going to get a double order of the chicken. This is better than the chicken I did in the egg white bowl. You're gonna love this one, man. Trust me. Alright guys, so here we are again. Like I said, the No Excuses tour. Meal number 2 at Wawa, baby. Alright, so what you do, like I said, go to dinner, okay? Then you're gonna go to bowls and salads. Remember, we're doing the double roasted chicken this time, okay? So you wanna go to salads. Okay, and remember, you could tell them any amount of salad you want. If you want a lot of salad, they fill that thing up to the brim. But if you just want your 60 grams of protein with the chicken and a little lettuce and onion, then you tell them that. So go to create your own bowl. Okay, there it is right there, roasted chicken. That is only 2 grams of fat. So double order is 2 grams of fat. That versus 20, I think it was 26 grams of fat, and forget about the calories. Okay, I'll put all the macros and calories in the description. So roasted chicken, and remember too, you got to tell the girls behind the desk, like my girl right there, who always took care of me on my last prep last year, right, babe? Took care of me last year. Always special orders my protein stuff for me. Does everything. She's the best. So yeah. So create your own salad. It went back. Roasted chicken, okay? So you could pick any one of these and you just tell them. So I'm going to pick just spinach, okay? Because I just want no dressings, because that will change it big time and add serious calories to it, which you don't want, and fat. If you want, you get your own packet on the stand over there. No cheese, no nothing. You put a couple cucumbers in it, onions, definitely. If you wanted tomatoes and carrots, you could do that too. But remember, see, cucumbers, 10 extra calories, onions, 10 extra calories, a little carbs, nothing bad. It's not going to change it like crazy. But look, 140 for the chicken, so that's 280 because I'm doing the double roasted chicken, and that's 60 grams of protein for that. None of that crap. You don't want that, right? And see that right there? Just scoop the yolk out. But you know, if you're just not prepping and you can use a little extra fat, you can keep the yolk in for a little texture. But I'm going to do the hard-boiled egg and take the yolk out. Okay? Beautiful. No bread, no cornbread, even though that would be delicious. You don't want that. Okay? And that's it. We don't want anything else. No thanks. There it is, baby, right there. So they have 220 total calories, but it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be 280. So it's going to be 330. Okay? And I'll double check that, make sure I'm right on the mark with it. I'll add it all up later. Complete and print, baby. That's it right there. All right. I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you, the double roasted chicken like yesterday. And I tell her at the desk? Yeah, okay. Thank you so much. All right, sweetie. Thank you. So you guys heard me. You come to the desk. You tell the girls over there you want the double roasted chicken. You just tell them your number. I even told them that I didn't want all that salad. I just wanted a handful of spinach with the onions and the egg. So you just tell them that, and they'll do that for you. They'll do anything for you. Like I said, no more excuses, man. You can have whatever you want. You can eat good on the road. That's what you got to do. Focus and get it done. All right, guys. Here we are. Let's check it out. Look at that, baby. Look at all that chicken, man. Double roasted chicken. Like I said, look, I tell them, the girls always hook it up for me. You tell them, that's why I say no excuses, man. The no excuse tour, because there's no excuse. Look, they even took the yolk out for me, cut up the egg for me. I only wanted a little spinach. Look, they would have filled this whole thing with salad. That's good if you want to do that, but I didn't want all that salad, that extra carbs. I didn't need that right now. I just need my protein. So I got even another 8 grams of protein. So that's 68 grams of protein right there. That's just enough, because anything over 65, 70, you're going to piss the rest out. So there we go. Let's see how it tastes. All right, there we are, guys. Look at that, baby. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that chicken. Mm. Oh, fire. That's like Eric the Electric. He does all that power eating food, skinny kid, man. Check out his channel, Eric the Electric. I've been watching him for years. He eats freaking everything, man. Like he'll eat a whole menu of Wawa, a whole in one sitting, a whole menu of McDonald's. He's crazy, and he always does this, and then he puts the flame. He goes fire. Yeah, check him out. He's really good. He's crazy with his eating. But yeah, man, look at this. Mm. I bring my water. Every one of these is a half gallon. Right now, I got to drink a gallon a day, and then a month out, I got to drink 2 gallons a day, which is so hard. It's even harder than eating 5 meals. But the reason why I come right away, I always have my food prepped me and I eat it on the ride home with the car. But since I'm doing these videos, I'm stopping here to show you I can prep for a show and still get the macros and the low fat and the low calorie and the high protein I need. That anabolic window, I'm a big believer in that. That half hour, 40 minutes after you work out, you want to get that food. And some people say it's bullshit, but I don't think it is. A lot of pro bodybuilders, Olympic guys, Derek Lunsford, they all swear by it too. So that anabolic window, get that food in too. And remember, before you train, your pre-workout meal, you want to have that an hour and a half at least before, because you don't want that food in your stomach. So what happens is all your blood's going to your digestive system instead of going to your muscles while you're working out. A lot of people don't think about that, but it's true. And the pump is totally different. If you've got a stomach full of food, try working out and see the difference. You'll see it. Look at that chicken, baby. Mm. Mm. No excuses, Tor. I sound a little stupid, but I said that because there's no excuse anymore. Everyone always, even in the gym, just before, oh, I didn't get to make my food. I'm weak. I'm not training out the way I want. I said, why? Just prep your food. Get it ready. Eat before you go. I had to go to work. You could have stopped there and ate, and had your food, before you work out. Have it waiting for you for after you work out. If you can't do it at your house, you do it here at Wawa, or you do it at the other places I'm going to show you. That roasted chicken, man. That season I was training real late. I was training like 1, 2 in the morning. I just couldn't sleep. So I would train. I would sleep in the day. Then I was doing 2 days. These girls here were great at night. They make anything for me, anything I ask. And you'll see that wherever you go. People will be accommodating, especially these days with everyone wanting to get in shape and everything like that. You know, even now too, there's no excuses. Goes way past the food. You got Ozempic and all that shit. Your Retatrutide. A lot of bodybuilders use the peptide retatrutide. Okay, it's like Ozempic and that other one, but the Ozempic and the other one, Ozempic, it helps people, especially people who are real heavy. But the Ozempic, bad thing about that is that's a double agonist. So what happens with that is you lose a lot of muscle while you're on that. But it's for people that are very obese, or even people just want to lose weight. Lose a little weight. It's good for you, but that's only 3 to 4% fat loss, and the other one after Ozempic, I forget the name, is like 6% fat loss. Retatrutide, 33% fat loss. That's what all the bodybuilders use it for a couple of months before the shows and everything. It's not FDA approved yet. Why isn't it FDA approved yet? Because they don't want to screw up Big Pharma, and Ozempic and the other one would be out the window. Once they approve retatrutide, it's like the other two peptides, the BPC 157 and the TB 500. Those two together, they call it the Wolverine stack. It helps the injury. I used it last year when I tore my shoulder. I had a Schedule 1 tear. The ligament that runs from the shoulder connecting the bicep, there's a little groove that sits in, and I tore it just a little bit on the edge. They were telling me I needed surgery, this, that, and the other thing. For 8 months, I'm training, boom, boom, and they explained it was like a curled up rubber band. So when I would lift my arm up, it was stretched and torn, so it would like go clunk, clunk. So I couldn't do overhead presses. It was a lot of shit I couldn't do. My buddy told me the peptide, I never was into the peptides. I didn't know about it. It's not like steroids or anything like that, but I didn't know about it. So I used that, and unbelievable. Within a couple of months, 3 months, I would say, it was healed. It was gone. And they wanted me to do surgery. Forget about it. All the surgeries I had on my back, I'd never do surgery again. They screwed my back up more. Just about done, guys. One more piece. And that is that. Delicious. Now I could go home, rest, have my last meal of the night in a couple of hours, which is my shake, 50 milligram shake, and that's my 5 meals for the day. Guys, again, I can't say it enough. I appreciate everything. I love my family, my friends, my guys and my girls. Please like and subscribe. And I'm going to do another Wawa one. I'm going to do more food tours, the No Excuse tour, and hope it helps out a lot of people. All right, guys. Thanks. Hey guys, just a little quick story. I just got out of Wawa. I wanted to tell you. So last season I was training. It was about 3 weeks left before my first show, and I was training in New Jersey. So I was driving back and forth a couple times those last couple weeks. So granted, when you're cutting for a show, you lose your energy. You're all out of sorts. It's really a weird feeling, and I found this out the hard way. I didn't know about this. So basically, you could look it up. You're not even supposed to be driving the last couple weeks before a show. A lot of people talk about it now that I looked it up. So I learned the hard way. Totaled a car. I don't even want to get into it, but yeah, I'm going to say it. I got pulled over twice, okay? Thank God I didn't get any tickets, but let me tell you, my brother's a cop in New Jersey, and it just happened to be I got pulled over by his exit off of Route 80, okay? So here comes state troopers. I know I was falling asleep. I'm trying to stay awake, right? So I get pulled over by state trooper. Now I'm in my shorts. I got my pre-workout. I got my protein there. I got my straps, right? So you can see I'm working out. So long story short, the first time I got pulled over, the cop pulls me out. Are you drinking? No. Puts me through a whole series of tests. The eye thing, the walking. I'm acing it all. I'm telling you, I don't drink. I'm not doing drugs. I'm telling you, it's just because I'm coming for a show. So he goes, give me a minute. So all of a sudden, another state trooper pulls up behind him, comes out, and they both walk up to the car. Now you could tell this guy works out. He was a little stocky. His uniform was tight on him. And he says, all right, get back out of the car. So he's like, oh man, look at you, this. And he's like, yeah, he just told me. He goes, no, that's true. He's like, yeah, he just told me about when you're bodybuilding and doing a show. I said, see, I told you, I'm not lying. He goes, then why are you driving? You're not supposed to drive, right? I said, well, it's not a law about it, but I'm stupid. He goes, I could have killed someone. He goes, yeah, you could have killed yourself. You could have killed someone. So you shouldn't be driving, right? So a week later, I got to go into New Jersey again. So I get pulled over again, and I'm like, oh, Jesus, not again, right? So all of a sudden, who comes walking up to my car with his cell phone in his hand? The same state trooper. And he's like, are you shitting me? And I'm like, no, right? So I say, I didn't tell you last time. My brother's a cop in New Jersey. And he goes, yeah, I know who your brother is. From your last name. You didn't tell me the last time. I didn't want to say anything. He goes, hold on, someone wants to talk to you. And he puts him on the phone. My brother's on the phone on speaker. You idiot. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be driving when you can't even stay awake, because my brother doesn't know about bodybuilding. So he's like making fun of me and everything like that. So it was just basically a big thing that I just wanted to say. It's dangerous. It is a thing. It is a fact. Shouldn't be driving when you're cutting for bodybuilding shows, especially the last 2-3 weeks. It's very dangerous, so please don't get behind the wheel, okay, when you're cutting for a show. If you don't know that and you saw this and you know it now, I hope I helped you, but it was just the funniest thing. I got pulled over by the same state trooper twice, and if it wasn't for my brother knowing him, I probably could have gotten in big trouble or something, but just wanted to tell you that. So please be careful. Have a good one, guys and girls.